Today I have something funny for you. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm quite excited about this one. The pen was sent to me by a very kind viewer who's an MD and who explained in his letter that he tries to convert students into fountain pen users. And if he has a particularly talented student, he gives them a fountain pen when they're done. And I like that, because that's what we should all be doing, because otherwise the hobby will disappear. Now, he sent me a pen that he bought a couple of, an interesting story about how he kind of purchased up the stock of a person who was going out of business, who was closing down his business, retiring. And the pen is made by Laban. And I always say Laban in a sort of French way, but it could also be Laban. In all honesty, I don't really know how to pronounce the name of this pen company. I've always said Laban because for some reason it sounds classy to me, so I thought that would make sense. We're talking about a small Laban. I have reviewed Laban before. The Tiger Tornado was a very pretty one. The Kaiser, very large, oversized Laban. And one thing that I've always really liked about Laban is that they have very nice acrylics, really nice materials, and often the nibs are great. I am fairly certain it's a Taiwanese company. Their nibs are really good. They are rock solid, so they're really hard as nails. They don't have any line variation, but they write very well, very good flow. So I like the brand, I really do. And this one is very cute. It's the Uptown, and it's a pocket pen. I like pocket pens. I have an odd fascination with them because they're so cute and they're so convenient. Because you can take them any way you want, put them in the pocket, and if you have a shirt, a dress shirt, and you put in a smaller pen, it won't stick out. And sometimes that's just really nice. That won't fall out or poke you in the face when you move, etc. So first of all, a very kind thank you to the generous gentleman who sent me this. I appreciate it. I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I'll do a writing sample. Now, this pen seems to be discontinued, but Gold Spot still has a few. Gold Spot. So if you want one, go to Gold Spot, see if you can purchase one. The Uptown. Hard rubberized rubber on the outside, and I'll come back to that. And here we go. Top of the pen, finial, nothing, blackness, clip, metal. Mont Blanc clip. Interesting. It says a fluted design. That hard rubber has very thin grooves in it. You have a little center band, and then you have the barrel and little silver colored end cap. The cap unscrews, nice, won't accidentally pull off in your pocket or something, and it pops up to the back. Onto the back, I should say. Very secure posting, and that is absolutely necessary, because unposted I can't use this. It is a pocket pen. Posted, it works. It works fine. It's still small, but it's definitely comfortable enough to use. Section, metal, hourglass shaped. Threads, not sharp. If anything, that step down is a little sharp, but the threads are fine. Literally. And then there is the nib. A little steel nib. It's surprisingly big for the pen, I thought, and it says Laban Iridium, and it has the Laban, sort of a fancy copper platey L with a laurel crown under it. Clearly, cartridge converter filled pen. For a converter, you would need something small. Templar mini converter comes to mind. I haven't tried one, but I mean something like that. Monteverde mini converter, I don't even know if that would fit in the back with a little pull-out thingy. But cartridges work fine. So that fits well, as you can see. You can't fit in a second cartridge, it's just that. Screws in place, very smooth threads. I like it, I really do. And it closes. So there you have it. Cute little pen. It is small, especially when you uncap it, because it's a pretty oversized cap, I would say. So you have something that is, well, I guess about the size of my middle finger. Yeah, a little bigger. So it's definitely a small pocketable pen, but that's kind of the fun. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, $55. Maybe a little steep for what it is, smaller pocket pen, but it does write really well. And the issue is, I've tried a lot of pocket pens, I've tried a lot of Chinese pocket pens, I had mixed experiences with those. Some nibs are quite nice, some are not so nice, but this pen writes, and it writes solidly. So if you are looking for a portable pen, you could do a lot worse than get this, because I think it looks decent too. It looks like a well-made pen. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel plasticky, it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart any minute. It's solid. And as I said, the writing really is nice, and that's very cool. Again, $55, that's not necessarily a steal, but you do get a very nice nib. So, I mean, assuming they're all the same, and given my experience at Laban, I think they are very nice. So I like that. I like the small size. Of course, if you have larger hands, that's a bit of an issue, but hey, it's a pocket pen, that's what you get. But it's comfortable. The section, although thin, although it's metal, it's comfortable. It really is. The hourglass shape works well, even if you have larger fingers. I mean, one phalanx is bigger than that section, but it works. It's solid and it's comfortable, so I really like it. Also, a lot of metal, so it has some weight to it, even though it's quite a small pen, making for a very robust writing experience. Things I don't like so much about it. Well, there's two things, and these may be a little nitpicky, but I don't like them so much. One issue, and I don't know if I can really show you this, but I'll try to get as close to the camera as I can. This rubber picks up dust like there's no tomorrow. And that's a bit of an issue. It also feels quite sticky. It sticks to my skin a bit. That's a little off-putting, and I don't really know what to do about it. I've already put some, I kind of sponged it down with some dishwashing detergent, thinking that maybe that would degrease it, but it still has it. It's still sticky, and I mean, the dust particles on there, I don't know if you can really see it, but it is a pen that requires some cleaning, and I don't think it's just mine. I think it's part of the rubber. I don't know if it's some reaction with the rubber and oxygen or whatever, but something is going on there. Second thing is, this pen requires a posting, and the rubber is a little sensitive to ink staining. So if there is a little bit of ink in the cap and you put it on there, you can see right there that it stains a bit. Now, I mean, unless you use some sort of venomous ink that will burn in there, it shouldn't really be a problem. I'm sure it'll just wipe off with a wet cloth. You have to do that anyway to dust your pen a bit. But that's it though. Those things are, I would say, fairly minor for what I consider to be a solidly made pen. And yes, it's $55. Yes, you may expect a little less for a small pen, but it works. It works. The proportions are right. The feeling is right. The nib is right. It's there. It's all there. So again, if you're in the market for a pocket pen, you could do a lot worse than try and find a Laban Uptown. I'd never heard of it. I didn't know Laban made these pens. Akkerman in Amsterdam has a big selection of Laban pens. I'd never seen this one. So if you want one, don't wait too long. Pick one up today. But they're cute. They're cute and they work. So, there you have it. A very kind thank you for sending this over. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with this. Dimensions of the pen. Measurements will be on the website, as well as high-resolution pictures, sbrebrown.com. We need to see the pen in action. So that's what's coming up next. Writing sample. Hope this was useful. And I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we go with the Laban Uptown. The nib is unmarked, but something in the fine and medium range. And the ink is St. Dupont Violet, the cartridge that the kind donator of this pen sent along. Okay. Nice smooth nib, bit fast writing. Maybe an occasional skip here and there, but it's definitely not terrible, I would say. Wetness. find that a nice, pretty wet nib. Line variation. There definitely is some. You can definitely squeeze out a bit. Reverse writing, for those who like such a thing. There is definitely the possibility to do so, and you'll get a much finer line that way. So that's nice too. Thanks a lot for sending me this pen. I really appreciate it. I hope this review was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.